Thank you. Good afternoon. Cyber investigators have seized more than $13 million worth of drugs following an 8-month investigation into the illegal sale of drugs through an online website. In April 2021, the Calgary Police Service received information about the online illicit sale of psilocybin and cannabis products, which was believed to be operating out of a residence in Calgary. Our cybercrime team began investigating, and through the collection of both digital and physical evidence, investigators were able to identify potential suspects. Throughout the investigation, police also identified several properties in British Columbia that were believed to be functioning as production, distribution, and storage sites for the drug trafficking operation. Police believe that through the website, thecronfather.ca, suspects were selling psilocybin and cannabis to buyers across Canada through online purchases. It's alleged that through this platform, since January of this year, sellers collected more than $11 million, which funded their organized crime activities. Last week, with the assistance of our Substance and Fentanyl Evaluation Team, our SAFE team, and the British Columbia RCMP, search warrants were executed simultaneously at properties located in Kelowna, Calgary, and Beaverdell, British Columbia. As a result of the search warrants, police seized more than $13 million worth of cannabis, psilocybin, as well as 4 firearms. 2 individuals were arrested at the time of the search warrants, and charges are pending. By operating outside of the regulated cannabis production, processing, and distribution channels, these individuals put citizens at significant risk. Not only did purchases made through this website fund illegal organized criminal activities, production and storage facilities of this size are often a target of accompanying violence that puts our community at risk. Additionally, without any regulatory oversight, there were no measures in place to ensure that these products were safe for consumption. Thank you. Happy to take any questions.
So just a reminder, if you have a question, type question into the chat box and we'll call upon you. Go ahead, Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan Short from Post Media here. I'm just curious, how regular is this sort of business, or how often do you see this sort of business running? And I guess just if it's common or uncommon, how does this relate to others in terms of size? Like 13 million, is that big for this sort of operation, or is this a small operation? I'm thinking of things like Silk Road and things in the past that we've seen, but I haven't heard of any recently.
Yeah, so it certainly is a large seizure, significant amount of drugs, the firearms, money, and properties that we've encountered. There are likely bigger, and there are certainly smaller. So across the country, there are they make up all different shapes and sizes, I guess I would say.
Should I do a follow-up?
Yeah, go ahead.
You also said that this operation was being used to fund the criminal activity that the suspects were involved in. Are they believed to be, part of organized crime or other crimes, or was it just refunding their website?
The individuals, there are ties and there is a history to other criminal activities, and the actions of these illicit sites tend to, or the illicit sale of drugs follows with violence. And for example, the drug seizure in Calgary was several $1 million worth of drugs out of a residence in a regular Calgary neighborhood. And the violence that goes along with the illicit drug markets is obviously a concern to us, and very important for us to keep out of Calgary neighborhoods.
Is this investigation ongoing, or is it closed now?
The bulk of it is completed. There are still several steps that need to be taken, and we'll follow with charges in short order here as well, criminal charges.
And then, sorry, how were they you said they were selling all across Canada. You hit homes here in Calgary as well as in BC. How were the drugs getting to the rest of Canada? Like, was it just through snail mail, or were they trucking it, or how is that working?
Yeah, so the organizations use ship products just like you and I do through couriers and regular post across Canada. So,
Are there any other questions? Okay, I think that's it. So with that, we'll end the